Hi everyone, and welcome to day 2 of lesson 16. You may have noticed I am back in space. That is because our theme this week is all about space and the moon and astronauts. So in today's lesson, we are going to be rereading our story, Let's Go to the Moon, learning some new phonics skills, and also reading our decodable. So let's get started. Yesterday, we got to read our story, Let's Go to the Moon. We talked about our target skills for this week, which are main idea and details, and questioning. In today's lesson, you are going to be rereading our story, Let's Go to the Moon. But before you read it again, I wanted to talk about our target skill. Main idea and details. The topic is the one big idea that a whole selection is about. Think about the topic in Let's Go to the Moon. What is the main idea or most important detail? Important idea about the topic. Details are important facts about the main idea. We can show our main idea in details, like in the web below. And we'll be making one of these this week. Author's purpose. Authors write for many reasons or purposes. They can write to make a reader laugh. They may write to teach the reader about a topic. Think about what you learned in Let's Go to the Moon. Why do you think the author wrote the selection? As we reread, find details and text evidence to help show his purpose. Let's go to the moon. Blast off! Would you like to fly to the moon? Let's go! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! The flight. It can take 4 days to get to the moon. A rocket helps blast us into space. We ride in the spaceship at the top of the rocket. The surface of the moon is dusty and has many craters. There are no plants or animals on the moon. There is no water or air. The moon has rocks, dust, and craters. A crater is a big hole. Spacesuits. This is astronaut Ronald Evans wearing his spacesuit. It's time to put on our spacesuit. Spacesuits help keep our skin safe from the very hot sun and the very cold shade. The spacesuits have air in them so we can breathe. Now we are dressed for our walk on the moon. Moonwalk. Walking on the moon is fun. We can take big, light steps. We are very light because the moon has less gravity than Earth. We carry space tools with us. We have jobs to do here. Moon rocks. We find rocks and bits of dust to bring back home. We will show the rocks to people back on Earth. lunar rover. We drive around in our lunar rover. It's even more fun than walking in our fat spacesuits. Look at all the dust the lunar rover kicks up. Taking pictures. We take pictures of our footprints. We take a picture of our spaceship, too. Our flag is up. Let's take one last look before we go. We see rocks and dust. Let's go home. It's time to go back home. What is it like to be on the moon? It's strange and fun at the same time. When you look up and see the moon, what do you think? Our moon is beautiful. Now let's read our decodable. So much fun. Now remember, this week we are working on words with the long O in them. We use our ocean card to help us remember the long O sound. So in our story, So Much Fun, be looking and listening for words that also have a long O in them. So let's get started. Before the sun rose, Jack got on his bike. Jack rode and rode. So just on our first page of our story, I noticed a few words that have the long O sound in them. In our title, So Much Fun, the word so has the long O in it. Do you see any other words on our page that also have the long O sound? In the first sentence, the word rose, O's, has the long O, and also the word road, ode, also has the long O. Let's see if we can find some more. Jack rode his bike to Dan's home. Jack had a note for Dan. Jack put tape on his note and stuck it up. We know that the word road has the long O in it. I also see some more words on this page. Did you hear the long O sound in any of these words? Listen to the word home. We hear the long O. What did Jack put on the door? A note. The word note. Note has the long O. Dan woke up. Dan put on his robe. Dan got Jack's note. Then Dan went back in with his note. What is Dan wearing? It said Dan is wearing a robe. Robe. The word robe has the long O in it. Also, the word woke, oak, has the long O in it. Wow, there are a lot of long O's in this story. Meg woke up. Meg put on her robe. Meg got Jack's note. Then Meg went back in with her note. Mo woke up. Mo put on his robe. Mo got Jack's note. Then Mo went back in with his note. Now we see a picture of the note. It says, Mo, go to big pond. Get to the pond before 9. Bring snacks. Jack. Dan, Meg, and Mo sat. Jack got up. Jack spoke. I will tell a joke, said Jack. Let's hope it's funny, said Mo. Jack had so much fun telling jokes. So did Dan. So did Meg. So did Mo. What a fun story for us to read, to get familiar with learning and saying words with the long O. To end our lesson, let's complete an activity in our reader's notebook. Hi, my first grade friends. I thought it would be fun if I put myself on the screen while we're doing this activity together. So let me know if you like doing this, and I'll start adding my face more in the frame. All right, you guys, so we are going to be working on this activity in our reader's notebook. In yesterday's video, I showed that we are working now in our Volume 2 reader's notebook, so it looks a little bit different on the cover. So we are going to be completing page 2 today. So our words to know. And what I mean by it looks a little different, we're working in this workbook now. So it doesn't have the cat on the front anymore, and it says Volume 2 at the bottom. So we're working in that workbook on page 2 to complete our words to know activity. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So this time, our activity is a little bit different than what we've seen in the past lessons. It wants us to listen to the clues and read along. Circle the best answer to each clue. So what you see, we have 8 riddles or clues to solve, and each clue gives us 2 words. So we have to decide which of our sight words best matches the clue. So let's look at these together. On number 1, it says, this means in a circle. Is it around? Think. Which one of these words, around or think, would mean in a circle? So for this one, I thought of a good example. If I hold our good old class pet Spike. Hey everybody. So watch what this would mean. If I said I'm going to go around Spike's face. So I am going around his face. What kind of shape am I making? If I keep doing this, I'm going around his face. I am making a circle. Let's see, the word think. He could say, I think it's really weird that she just went around my head. So when you're thinking about something, you're thinking about it in your head. That doesn't mean circle, but if you're going around something, that means in a circle. So we'll do that first one together. So we're going to circle the word around. Oh, it's another good example. Look how I circle around the word around. Okay, so now I'm going to read you the clues or riddles, and at the very end, we'll go over your answers. Are you ready? Okay, number 2. This means not heavy. So it means not heavy. Is it the word because or light? So which word means not heavy? Because or light? Circle the word that you think means not heavy for number 2. On number 3, the riddle is, you do this to let people look at something. We have the words bring and show. So you would do this if you wanted people to look at something. Would you bring it or show it? If you want people to look at it, would you bring it or show it? I have a hint. Think of, what do we do on Fridays where you show something? Our show and tell. So if you want somebody to look at something, would you bring it or show it? On number 4, after is its opposite. So the word after is its opposite, or it means completely the different thing. Like when we talk about opposites, it's like the sun and the moon are opposites. A cat and dog are opposites. The sun and the moon are opposites. So, the word after is its opposite. Is it the word before or carry? Circle the word that is the opposite of after. Okay, number 5. You do this with bags. So you do this with bags. Do you carry with bags? Or do you because with bags? Circle the word that you do with bags. Do you carry with bags? Or do you because with bags? Circle the word for number 5 that would best solve the clue. On number 6, the clue is, this tells why. We have the words because and the word around. So which of these words tells why? So if somebody asked you, why did you do that? Would you say, well, because I wanted to? Or would you say, well, around I wanted to? Which one would sound better if you tell why you do something? Circle the word for number 6. We're almost done. And on number 7, it says takeaway is its opposite. So we talked about how opposites mean completely different. So on number 7, when it says takeaway is its opposite, would light or bring be the opposite of take away? So if I take away your pencil, I wouldn't. But if I did, if I take away your pencil, is the opposite of that lighting you a pencil or bringing you a pencil? So we have the word light and bring. So circle the word that would be the opposite of take away. And then we've got one more. The clue is your brain does this. Does your brain think or does your brain before? What does your brain do? Does your brain think or does it before? Circle the word that would best complete the clue for number 8. Okay, let's go over your answers for this activity. If you still need more time, just click pause on the video. Okay, this means not heavy. Light. If something is light, like a hamster, it's not super heavy. On number 3, you do this to let people look at something. I gave our hint of show and tell. If you want to show somebody something, you let them look at it. Okay, after is its opposite. What is the opposite of after? Before. Before. Number 5, you do this with bags. You carry with bags. All right, what did you get for number 6? Did you get this one right? This tells why. Because. Number 7, I said if I take away your pencil, the opposite would be I bring you a pencil. And for number 8, this is something that all of our brains do. We all think. How did you do on this activity? I am sure that you did great. Well, okay, everybody, we have made it to the end of our reading video. Remember, if you're not in a live group with me today, to be working on Imagine Learning and Imagine Math so that we can get those class points to win our big surprise. I'll see you later.